where I believe people are misguided with the Dak Prescott debate. And trust me, to be objective with it, I can see where they're coming from. I can see the argument that's proposed to a lot of people, the proposal of only looking at 2019 and said, well, he have not won against a winning team or above 500 team. He only won like one game or something like that. I can see that particular argument. I can see people having the notion or the gumption or the thought track of sitting there saying, well, we would never win a Super Bowl with, dare I say, Dak Prescott. However, I have to bring this on to you guys. When you start talking about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, it's not just him. Like I said, you can look back 5 years from now and you'll see the same issues with this team that before Dak Prescott even thought about putting on the silver and blue. And then you can go 10 years from now and look at the situation with this team and you will say to yourself, the same situation happened. Now, the facts of the matter is this right here. Within the span of 25 years, there's only one proven coach that's been into this system. His name was Bill Parcells. He only been with the Dallas Cowboys for 3 years. Within the confines of those 3 years, his particular team made it to the playoff 2 times out of 3. I'm going to repeat for those who barely listening to what I'm saying. His tenure was only 3 years. And out of the 3 years, 2 times that particular team made it to the playoff. Now, granted, we didn't do anything. We didn't win anything. Yes, it was bad. It was poo-poo. But I can say with the cards that was dealt with him, with that particular team, that was the best that he could do. That's the best he can do. There's nobody on this earth that can convince me that if Bill Parcells were to be able to coach this team for maybe 10 or 12 years, there's no way in life you can look at this particular team and say, man, they wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl. Or they wouldn't have won a Super Bowl. Coaching matters. I'm going to repeat. Coaching matters. In any sport, coaches matters. Coaches elevate, they look at the situation, they evaluate players, and they elevate. The whole situation with Dak Prescott and Jason Garrett, Jason Witten, whoever you want to throw into the mix, the Dallas Cowboys defense, the coaching never elevated. I tell you this, good coaches always develop trees, meaning that this person is a disciple of that person, or this person learned all of his traits or all of his skill sets or all of his coaching technique from that person as relates to coaching. For over 10 years, we had Jason Garrett with some shape, form, or fashion within the confines of the Dallas Cowboys system, who is a part of Jason Garrett's tree. Give me 5 guys that you can say, well, this guy, he learned under Jason Garrett and he went off to another school and he just, man, brought him to a whole nother level. You can't find me 5 guys. I'm going to repeat, you can't find me 5 guys. You cannot find me 5 guys. Yes, somebody's going to point at Kellen Moore. You can say Kellen Moore, but I think Kellen Moore is more so a project of Scott Linehan's type of system, you say. However, the Dak Prescott argument is this right here. It's plain and simple. If the Joneses really wanted to see what Dak Prescott open market value would have been, or open value, that's a better way to say it instead of market value, they would have not tagged him and they would have let him test the market. They would have saw what his natural value would have been. They would have saw all of the teams that's interested. And I think the coach then already shot a number projection at them and said, hey, if the Cowboys won't pay 35, we would dog sure pay 35. And that was before the CBA hit, you see. That was before they knew for sure that it's going to be a 25 increase in the, dare I say, the salary cap. So my thing is, as Cowboys fans, if I were to tell people that since 2016 to present day 2020, you would draft a quarterback in the 4th round, that quarterback record would have been 40-24. I don't know a soul on this earth would say, nah, dog, I wouldn't want that. And on top of the fact you have Jason Garrett as your head coach. If you go back and look at all of the playoff games that the Dallas Cowboys lost, and there's only been, the 2 of them. I have to say this, the Green Bay Packers game, they started off so vanilla. But the team were able to rally, come all the way back, for the coach to go all the way back to this type of situation of mindset. Let's win it with a field goal. Let's play for the position to win it with the field goal. He left out 48 seconds or something like that on the clock for old Aaron Rodgers to come back to galvanize and carve up this porous defense who couldn't get turnovers or create pressure at pivotal moments at time. The defense for the last few playoffs, you can go all the way back to 2014, folded. Oh, the LA Rams game, folded. They couldn't stop the bleeding as it relates to the run situation. That's why I'm sitting there telling everybody we need to go draft defensive guys. Offense is cool and all. You can put up 30 points. You can put up 40 points a game. But that do not win in the Dallas Cowboys land. We have to be able to punch these teams in the mouths. And then on top of that, we got to give some type of special team reaction, blocking a kick, whether or not it's running a punt return back for a touchdown or a kickoff return back for a touchdown. We need to be a complete team. It's funny how people always like to point at Dak Prescott. That's a quick saying, and I want you guys to maybe jot this down. When you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you. That's all I got to say with that. On top of this right here, yes, I do believe in the hearts of hearts. Jerry Wayne Jones is a marketing brilliant, I guess you can say, phenom. You can throw that into there. His marketing level is second to none. Jerry Wayne Jones, we just don't know. He could have came to Dak Prescott and said, you know what, I'm going to squeeze this information out so that we can talk about these things throughout all of the airways, throughout all of the media, while I sip on my Johnny Walker Blue. And what we're going to do is we're going to sign you July the 14th. But we got to squeeze this stuff out. We want people, press clippings. We want to make this as a grandiose type of situation. Whereas when we do our press conference, I got you, Dak. That could be this whole angle. You never know with Jerry. You never know. Ever know. That's good old Jerry Wayne talking. He always leave you at the edge of your seat, and there's always a plan of a plan. But on the flip side, like I said the other day, I don't think that Dak Prescott is the face of this franchise, because if he was, they would not sully and allow the outside pressures of this world to denigrate, and also allow people as it relates to this fan base to be so split down the middle. You got people that hate Dak Prescott. You got people that love Dak Prescott. You got people that think that Dak Prescott can't hit water if he fell off a boat. And you got people that think that Dak Prescott can sit on my balcony and throw the ball to the moon and it will land on top of the moon somewhere. You got people that think too high and you got people that think too low. I'm right in the middle, but I'm looking at Dak Prescott. He's not an average quarterback. He's just above average, in my opinion, on his way upwards. And if you can add on the fact that this right here If you throw in a better coaching situation, let that sink in. If you could throw in a better coaching situation, maybe, just maybe, we can have a better outlook at this team. However, the draft is right around the corner. I'm talking about literally in days. Do they lean on defense? Do they lean on offense? Mekhi Becton, one of the top dogs as relates to offensive line play. Oh, he had a diluted sample. Zach Bourne, maybe you can squeeze him in a second because he had some type of situation with his failed drug test at the combine or whatever it may be, diluted test as well. So we got opportunities to grab guys. We got opportunities to flip this thing around or draft day trade. A lot of people thinking that, hey, the Cowboys are in the mindset of moving on from Dak Prescott. Remember, 40-24. Be careful what you wish for. Although I believe that Dak Prescott is not the face of this franchise. Man, you can only imagine when you love something and you have high admirations on something, or you have extremely strong support on something, you take better care of it. You don't park your Porsche on the outside when you have a garage. You don't leave it uncovered. You make sure you do every little small thing to make sure that the value will be extended. You don't allow the rain to hit that Porsche. You don't allow the people that's walking by, the gumption or the notion, or pretty much like I said, the thought of sitting there walking to it and seeing if they can put their fingerprints on it. No. You can say, hey, you can touch any other car, but not touching mine, because you're going to covet that one a little bit more. You're going to put it in a garage. That's how you're supposed to treat your franchise quarterback. Not put a franchise tag on them. Pretty much saying, for sale, or a bumper sticker saying, hey, we got this one under review. You know, you don't do that. Now, Cowboys do Cowboys things. And that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for tuning in to the nation. Hit that subscribe button. Look, I embrace strong opinions. Nobody's right about this. We're just fans, which is short for fanatics. You see. So we craze fans. We're fanatics about this. And we just love our team. So we want the best. But not everybody think the same. That's just how it goes. So if you have some objectivity, put that down below. If you agree with Law Nation, put that down below. If you disagree, put that down below. You know how this thing go. One way or another. You see it on my shirt. I says one way or another. DC for life. Hit that subscribe button, share this content. Let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Shout out to the beard game, baby. I graduated from the baby beard game. Yeah, it's grown back, baby. Let's go. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Salute.